Yamaha's race YFZ450R is it's definitely that. It's racing.
We've been riding all summer long in the woods and the dunes and everything else, and even though this is supposed to be the motocross model, man, it works really great off-road.
It feels like a motocross bike. It's a very high revving engine that works best when you've got it up in the R's.
Doesn't quite have the bottom end and mid-range as the Kawasaki, but a little clutch action, a lot of throttle, takes care of all that.
For me, I actually don't prefer the engine as much as I do the Kawasaki's. The gearing also on the Yamaha is a little tall for the trail, so it has a little bit of a tendency to stall, but I think the fuel injection is calibrated a slight bit better.
Braking is top notch.
Brakes on both bikes are really good. I think that I have an easier time reaching the brakes on the Kawasaki. The Yamaha is a little bit difficult for me to get my hand from throttle to brake, so that kind of messes with me a little bit when I'm jockeying around.
The big overall on this is suspension is just amazing. This thing will gobble up anything.
And when you're going through that rough stuff, the rocks, the ruts, everything, it's just working. I mean, it's money.
I find that it does allow you to straddle ruts quite a bit better.
The rider isn't even hardly being affected. It's great.
I absolutely loved it in the woods environment.
Oh yeah!
I really like the way the Yamaha handles. Of course, it royally sucks it doesn't have reverse. It gets tiresome constantly manhandling the quad, turning it around.
I really wish that for an off-road situation it had reverse, but obviously it was not designed for that. It's a motocross bike.
But other than that, this thing is phenomenal.
Far and away, this is the better looking bike. It's trick, all the blacked out components. It's sinister in the way it looks. And in addition to looking ultra trick, the special edition has all the Zeus fasteners instead of screws. And until you have dismantled an ATV using the Zeus fasteners versus Allen screws or a Phillips head screwdriver or whatever it is, you're not gonna understand how awesome it is to have those Zeus fasteners as well.
Ergonomically, the Yamaha is better for me, and the way that the chassis is built and the way the seat funnels into the tank junction, it really lets you get up and move around. On the back side, it does that as well. The seat sort of flares out, and that makes it really handy to hang off. You can hook a leg around it, and basically the ergos work really well for me. It can go in the dunes and go on the moto track, and it's shown that it can go in the woods. So even though it's quote-unquote a moto bike or an MX version, it's definitely a well-rounded ATV.
If you want to keep me smiling all day, this is the one I want to ride.